According to the National Institute of Health, being obese and overweight is the second leading cause in preventative death in America. And over 300 people die per year from being obese and overweight. That's 42% of Americans are obese. This is a trick of the enemy. This is a weapon that he has formed against us. And it is time for us to fight back. His agenda is only to kill, steal, and destroy. But we have authority in Jesus Christ to fight back. Do you want to know how? Well, on today, I'm going to show you 5 small steps that you can take to begin to fight against obesity and being overweight. Let's kick it. Hi guys, how are you today? So recently I told you guys about my struggle with the spirit of gluttony. I did not know that I was battling with that spirit until God recently told me so. So since then, I have made some changes in the way I eat, and I went on a fast. So actually today is the day that I'm coming off of my fast, but I fasted Friday, Saturday, and then just now before this video, I ate some oatmeal with strawberries and blueberries, and some toast. But I am working on renewing my mindset and changing some things. And these things that I'm changing, I already knew about these things, right? But I kept opening the door. I kept allowing the enemy to come back in because I was allowing myself to eat foods that I know was no good for me at all. So now I see that I have to take a different approach. And this is for me. Everyone is not dealing with the spirit of gluttony. Everyone is not a food addict, addicted to eating food. Some people are just eating all of the wrong things, and that's why they are overweight. And if they learn to eat right, they'll begin to lose weight and become healthy. So it's different strokes for different folks, right? But in all of us need to eat healthy, and all of us need to cut out the things that are making us unhealthy. So, as I mentioned before in the introduction, it being obese is the second leading cause in preventative death, and the key word is preventative. So, we see a lot of people that's dying at 40, 30. Young kids are dying. They're going out on the field playing basketball or football, and they're just dying on the field. And it's like they're having a heart attack or some type of heart issue, right? And this is not something that we are accustomed to seeing. But what's happening is the American diet is very, very unhealthy. And most times, the unhealthy foods is what is promoted, is what's advertised to us, and to us is what tastes good because this is what we are accustomed to eating. But I found that when you change your mindset and you begin to eat differently, healthy foods are very good. They're very good. I eat things that I never liked. I eat hummus and chickpeas, and that's something that I always like. What? Avocado, guacamole, um, all kind of fruits I like now. But bananas I can't get with the texture. So I have to blend them up or something. But I'm telling you that when you begin to make these changes, you will start to enjoy and even crave fruit and things like that instead of craving cakes and donuts and chips, right? And see, this was my issue. I loved cake, any cakey cupcake, cake. I loved it. Cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and all of that. And when I would eat them, I would overindulge in them. Same thing with chips. I like chips, the saltiness of chips, the crunchiness of chips. I like it, right? And I just will eat and eat big bags of chips, right? If I grab a small bag and I have, the box here that has all the little small bags of chips, I'm going to eat like four of the small bags. Not going to just grab one, right? So, because of that, I have to cut some things out. So, today, what I want to tell you is 5 small changes that you can make. A lot of times we are unsuccessful in this because we try to go all out, right? We like, I don't eat this anymore, or I'm not doing this, or we go on this fad diet. I'm doing this diet for 3 months so I can you lose 20 pounds. Well, what's going to happen after the 3 months after you lost 20 pounds? You're going to go back to your old ways and you're going to gain 30 pounds now, because when you gain your weight back, it's usually you regain that and even more because you open up the fat stores in your body. So I want to give you another approach to make a decision to leave things alone and to change your way of eating. Don't think of it as this fad diet, right? It's a way of eating. It's what we have to put in our mind. This is how I eat. Not I'm doing this month, or I'm giving cake up for Lent, or I'm doing this Daniel fast, and after that I'm going to eat everything in the world. No, we have to change our mindset. The only way that you can be transformed, and this is the word of God, Romans 12:2. The only way that you can be transformed is when your mind is renewed. You have to change your way of thinking. You cannot keep your old way of thinking and look for different results. And that's what we do often. We do the same thing, we think the same way, but we want different results. We're not going to get them. They're not going to show up, right? Um, if we was going to get them, we would already have them doing what we're doing. So that means that we need to change our mindset. Why do you need to change your mindset? Because when you think differently, you do differently. You cannot do things different if your mindset hasn't changed, if you don't believe in what you're doing, right? So I want to first start off, before I get to the 5 steps that you can take, I want to let you know what this obesity is doing to you, or if you're not obese and you're overweight. In my case, I think I'm obese. I'm about 5'5", and I am at 205. I'm just being transparent. I don't expect to be here long anyway. But I'm just being transparent because I had to go back to the drawing board because I fell off tremendously, and like I told you guys, I was dealing with the spirit of gluttony, so I just wanted to eat all the time. And now I know my triggers. I know what to look out for. If that spirit tries to return, I know what it is, and I have to rebuke that thing, and it will flee, right, in the name of Jesus. So I want to let you know what the enemy is doing by using obesity, right? So obesity increases the risk of developing many serious health problems. One, heart disease and stroke. Obesity is an independent risk for cardiovascular disease, that's CVD, which includes stroke, hypertension, and heart attacks. So that's high blood pressure. And we know, especially in the African American community, we deal with a lot of high blood pressure, heart disease because of our diet, the way that we eat, the things that we allow in our diet on a daily basis. The healthy foods is something we rarely eat, and we allow all of the unhealthy foods in most of the time. So your body is going to work with what it receives most of the time, right? So if you are putting in more healthy foods, say Monday through Saturday, you just eating all healthy foods, and Sunday you decide I'm going to eat some fried chicken with my salad, or, you know, it's not going to hurt you like that because you have been eating 5 days, I mean, 6 days of healthy eating. But if we're eating 6 days of unhealthy eating and then Sunday we want to eat a salad, that's not going to do us any good at all. We have to make some significant changes in order to see changes within our body. Remember, you don't want your mindset to be only about losing weight, losing weight, because that doesn't make you healthy. What makes you healthy is what you put inside of your body. There's all kind of things that we can take to make you lose weight. And now they have Ozempic and other pills out, and it really works. You know, I've seen people that I work with, the weight is just falling off, but that is not making you healthy because weight is coming off. You want to eat healthy, the things that you put in your body. If you take Ozempic, or you get the gastric bypass surgery, but you still eat unhealthy, you're just going to be a slim, unhealthy person that still can die from these factors. It's the food that you put in your body. It's what you drink that you put in your body. It's not about weight loss, and we have to get our mind off of that. Now, when you begin to eat healthy and drink healthy things, weight is going to come off because healthy foods is not giving you fat, right? They're not giving you all of these calories. Some people eat like 10,000 calories a day, and really you're supposed to eat between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a day. A little more for men, about 2,500 for men, but we are eating like 5,000 calories a day. So in order to lose 1 pound, you have to there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound. So you have to exert, that means expend, let go, 3,500 calories in order to lose 1 pound. So you do that with diet and exercise. When I say diet, I'm talking about the way of eating, because that's what a diet is. It's how you eat. In our mind, we have been programmed to think of diet as some quick scheme to lose weight. But diet is literally your way of eating. What kind of diet are you on? Are you a vegan? Are you carnivore diet, right? The way that you eat, right? That's what a diet is. So we need to work on that, because as we see, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure. Another one is type 2 diabetes. The risk of type 2 diabetes increases significantly with increasing weight. So as you put weight on, the more weight that you put on, the more chance you have of developing type 2 diabetes. Now, yes, some people are born with diabetes and things like that, but I'm talking about preventative measures, those people that are able to prevent these things. And even when you are born with it, if you work on your diet, your way of eating, you can be delivered from these things. God does not want us to be sick. When Jesus came, he healed all the people, all of them. So that shows us that he does not want us sick. How can we work in ministry and be sick, taking medicine, right? So when we change our way of eating, when we change these sugary drinks and things like that, we can get delivered from the things that's going on in our body, because it's only going on because of the things that we have put inside of it. So it's almost like we need to clean it up, right? We need to clean it out and start back over, right? Also, certain cancers, obesity increases the risk of cancers in your body. Digestive problems. Obesity can cause gallbladder disease, acute pancreatitis, and non-alcoholic fatty liver. So alcoholics get something that's called a fatty liver. Well, obesity, you can get a non alcoholic fatty liver also, which is not good at all. Also, sleep apnea. Obesity can cause breathing problems such as asthma and sleep apnea. So where you was doing good before when you was younger and now it seems all of a sudden you have developed asthma or it's hard for you to breathe. You walk up a flight of stairs and you feel like you're about to fall out, or you're just in the middle of talking and you fall asleep. This is coming from your weight. This is coming from being overweight or obese. Also, osteoarthritis. Being overweight can compress the spine, resulting in arthritis and a slip disc. Chronic liver inflammation. When the liver stores excess fat, it can lead to chronic liver inflammation and long term liver damage. So, this is just some of the diseases that come with overweight and being obese. There are more. You have gout, you have feet issues. It's just a plethora of different things that comes along with being overweight and obese, right? And we're not really taught these things. You got to go looking for it. Even a lot of times when you go to the doctor, they want to give you medicine and things to not to do away with your issue, but just to help it. That's what doctors do. They help the issue, but they don't give you the tools to do away with it, where you don't need to come to the doctor. Our food changes can do away with it. It can do away with high blood pressure. It can do away with diabetes. It can do away with heart problems. It can do away with liver issues, right? This is preventative. Remember, obesity is the leading cause in preventative death, right? So, these things we could have prevented if we only changed what we put in our mouth. And obesity causes death because these things that I said, most of them, you can die from them. My grandmother passed away with her battle with diabetes. Diabetes brings all kind of things with it. It brings bad eyesight. It was a time where she couldn't see at all. She had to stop driving. It brings kidney failure, kidney problems. She ended up to where her kidneys began to fail. It brings poor circulation. So my grandmother had to get both of her legs amputated. It comes with heart issues. She had congestive heart failure. It brings a lot with it. So, and she had high blood pressure, but she never changed her way of eating. She ate the way she wanted to eat. My grandmother raised me, so I remember when she went to the doctor and they told her that she had diabetes. And she came home and, said the doctor told her she had diabetes. She cooked rice and boiled chicken that day. And that was the only day my grandmother ate kind of healthy. Every day she ate what she wanted to eat, right? A lot of salt. Even when she went to the hospital because her sugar was high, she was making us sneak salt in there. So some people just don't understand. They just don't get it that this is killing them, right? But we're going to be different. We're going to make the mindset change. We're going to make a mental note to say, I am not going to die from the things that I put in my mouth. I am not going to die prematurely because I could not say no to a piece of cake, or I could not say no to drinking pop every day, right? So I want you really to just take time to think about all of these issues that I just told you about, all of these health issues. And I want you to think about how every year 300,000 people die from being overweight and obese. Those 300,000 people could have prevented their death. They died prematurely because of the things that they put in their mouth. And now I want you to think about, in America, 42% of people are obese or overweight. And I am one. And there's a chance that you may be one also. But we can change this. We can change this. So now I'm going to tell you those 5 small changes. Now it's more changes that will have to be made, but you want to start small. Now, if you're one of those people that you are, a gung ho go getter, and you don't have to take small steps, you can just say, this is what it is, this is what I'm doing. Awesome, great, do that. But studies show that a lot of times people fail doing that. I have failed so many times doing that. So I am taking small steps, small steps. So some of these steps I don't need to change because I don't do them. But I have had to change them, and I'll explain as I go. So number 1, swap out sugary drinks for water. Swap them out. Swap out sugary drinks, chips, cookies, cakes, all of those sweets, junk food. Swap it out for a healthier portion, right? Or a healthier snack rather. So you could swap out pop, Kool-Aid, fruit juices, yes, orange juice, apple juice, all of that has so much sugar. Unless you get something that has 0 sugar or less sugar, still I wouldn't really drink it a lot. Every now and then a cup of orange juice is not going to hurt you. Cup of apple juice, but those juices have a lot of sugar. If you look on the ingredients list, you're going to see so much sugar, on the nutrient list rather. So you want to take in things that's going to do good within, right? So when we eat, it's going to go in and do something, right? So we want to take in things that's going to go in and promote health. Because at the end of the day, you want to be healthy. You want to prolong your life, not die prematurely, but you want to prolong it. And you also want to cause those things that have come on you from your way of eating to leave. So the more healthier you eat, the more those problems are going to decrease. If you have high blood pressure, you will notice that your high blood pressure is going to start decreasing because you are changing the way that you eat. Sugar is very addictive. It is very addictive. So the more sugar you take in, the more sugar you want. Trust me. So I would eat, and even though I know I was dealing with the spirit of gluttony, but it's still very addictive for anyone. You eat one piece of cake, you want another piece of cake, or you eat a cookie. You cannot just eat one cookie. Usually people don't eat one cookie. It's like you're going to eat at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So it is very addictive. Or chips. If it's a big bag of chips, you will keep digging into that bag until they're all gone. Or if you have, like me, I buy sometimes the little boxes of chips for my students. I'm a teacher, and while they on break or something, I'm grabbing chips out of there. I'm eating like 2 or 3 bags while they on at their special. So it's hard to just eat a little bit of these things, right? So it's good to swap it out. Just let it go. Let it go, because it's not doing anything for you. If you hear my neighbors cutting the grass, sorry about that. But so you want to swap it out. Now you can swap out the sugary drinks for water. Ice cold glass of water is awesome. Even room temperature water, because I like my water at room temperature. Water with lemon is good. Or sometimes you could cut up cucumbers and strawberries or watermelon or different fruits and put it in your water, and it gives it a different taste. So me, I like just regular water because I've been drinking water for so long. I used to love pop. I had my kids going to the store every day to get me a Pepsi. And I would get me a glass of ice and put that Pepsi in there, and it was good to go. Or Tahitian Treat, that was another one of my favorites. I loved pop. But once I stopped drinking it for a period of time, I was on one of my fad diets, and I had stopped drinking it. And when I went back to drink me a Pepsi, it made me sick because my body was no longer used to all that sugar. Pop has so much sugar, like a ton of sugar in it. So when you're drinking it, it's almost like you're drinking syrup. Now, of course, to us, it doesn't taste like syrup. It tastes good, right? Because that's our normal. We're accustomed to it. But you are drinking syrup basically when you drink pop. So now I can't, if I drink a pop, it's going to make me sick. So I don't drink pop anymore. I drink water and coffee. um, for sugary drinks, I like lemonade, sweet tea. So those things I can't have. I need to swap that out. So in my case, I would be swapping out sweet tea, um, lemonade. When I go out to eat, I like to try the new, they have watermelon lemonade or peach lemonade. And that's usually what I ask. What kind of lemonades do you guys have? Because I really like lemonade. So I will try one of those, but it's very sweet because all they do is put like the syrup in there to give it the watermelon taste or the peach taste or blueberry, whatever they're showcasing at that time. So it's very sweet. So it's just like the pop, drinking syrup. So I would have to swap that out. So if I go out to eat, I would just have to drink water instead of that. So that's one of my changes actually that I'm doing. I'm just drinking water. In my coffee, I do have cream and sugar. So instead of drinking coffee every day, I'm only going to drink it on Saturday or Sunday. And my coffee, I usually get it from Tim Hortons, 3 sugars and 3 creams. So I'm going to probably go down to 2 sugars and then 1 sugar. Because remember, we're making small changes, something that we're going to be able to keep going for lifelong changes. This is what we want to do. So that is going to be my change. So I won't have coffee throughout the week, and taking down those 3 sugars to 2, and then I'm going to go down to 1. For the cakes and the cookies, just don't eat it. You can swap that out with fruit. It's sweet. And the more fruit you eat, you literally do start craving it. And this is from experience. You start craving fruit when you start eating it more. And you crave it more than you would the cookies or the cakes. The things that make you start taking that, craving it back, is opening the door to it, right? So the Bible says don't give place to the enemy. So it's some things that you're just not able to indulge in. So some people are able to eat a piece of cake and don't eat no more for like 6 months. And some people, if they eat a piece of cake, they're going to eat it, a whole cake, and want some more and more and more. So you know what kind of person you are, right? So if you have a battle with sweets, some people don't have a battle with sweets. Their battle is with food. But if you have a battle with sweets, swap that out for fruit and vegetables, and you'll be good to go. Just that one change for number one, swapping out the junk, the pop, the chips, the cookies, swapping, just changing that is going to make health changes within your body, and you will see some weight changes also, because all of that sugar that you was taking in, all of that fat that you was taking in, now you have changed it, and so your body is going to notice it eventually, and it's going to start releasing weight. Number 2, instead of frying everything, we like us some fried foods now. Instead of frying everything, opt out and use an air fryer. You can bake it, you can broil it, you can saute it, right? So frying foods all the time is just oil. It's saturated in oil, and that oil, it goes in, and it can cause those things like the fatty liver or fat around your heart and fat all throughout your body, right? That's how we gain weight. So I'm not saying that you can never have any fried food, but I'm saying be mindful of what you're taking in. So if on the weekend you say, okay, I'm going to eat me some fried chicken on Sunday, all throughout the week, you want to make sure that you're baking your meat, that you're using the air fryer, or you're broiling it, but you do not want to be saturating it in oil because that oil is not healthy for us at all. So we want to eat less of that as possible. The same with like French fries, anything that you're frying in oil, you want to opt out for a healthier choice. Potatoes by themselves are not unhealthy, but the way that we usually eat them are. So if we're saturating the potato with oil, or we're saturating it with sour cream and cheese and butter, that's all fat. We're putting all fat on the potato. So opt out for it. If you like potatoes, I love potatoes, right? So what I do is cut up me a potato with some onions and broccoli, and I saute it in a pan. Sometimes I put green peppers and mushrooms with it, but I'm not using oil. I usually use a little spray oil, or I may use like a little tablespoon of olive oil, but I'm not saturating it in oil, right? Or you can bake them in the oven together too. Put some potatoes on a baking sheet, some broccoli, some mushrooms, onions, and peppers. Just the smell of it going through your house is going to make it like I'm ready to eat, right? And you have avoided all of the oil. And that is a healthy meal. You're eating broccoli, you're eating onions and peppers and potatoes. All of that is a meal that's healthy for you, as opposed to you frying some French fries in this all of this oil, right? Also, eat more veggies. That's number 3. Eat more fruits and veggies. When we eat fruits and vegetables, we are eating vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B, all of the vitamins that we need for our body, we consume them in the vegetables. You would barely have to take a multivitamin. The reason why we have to take vitamins is because we don't eat them anymore in our diet. So they had to make supplements so that we can get vitamins in our body some type of way, because the things that we eat doesn't have vitamins, and the way that we cook certain things, it takes the vitamin, the healthy part out of it. We done stripped it of everything. So if you swap out and you start eating more fruits and vegetables, you're going to see that you feel different. It makes you feel healthier. You don't feel so just blah, right? Sometimes you can eat and you just feel so full and tired and sleepy, right? That's not how we should feel when we eat our food. We should feel satisfied and still able to do the things that we need to do, not feel like we want to take a nap, right? But the type of foods that we put in our body will make us feel like, oh, now I need to sleep. Did you know that the Bible, I believe it's Proverbs 23:20, says that gluttony and alcoholism brings on poverty and slumber? I'm telling you, the Bible got everything in it. Poverty and slumber. Because you're eating all of this food that's unhealthy for you. All you want to do is sleep. You don't want to get up and do anything productive, right? Drinking alcohol all the time is so much money. So you're spending all of this money on these bottles of liquor, and this is money that you could have been using for something productive. Same thing for food. Going out to eat every day, fast food every day, instead of taking the time to be productive, going in the kitchen and making you something healthy to eat. So you are spending all of this money. If you look at your bank statement and see all of the money that you have spent at fast food restaurants, you would be surprised. Even like just to go get coffee every morning. Like me, I like my coffee, right? But if I went to get coffee, I had to have some type of donut, pastry, cake, something, right? So I'm spending anywhere from $5 to $10 every day. So let's put that in the middle at 750, right? So 7 times 5 is 35, and then we got those 50 cents. That's 37.50. 5 days a week, 37.50 on coffee and some type of pastry. That's something I could pay my water bill with that. My water bill is around that much. That I could pay that with that instead of putting all of this sugar in my body. That's not doing me any good, but killing me slowly. So we want to eat more fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are low calorie. They have fiber in them. So fiber is what gets us moving in the bathroom, ladies. And a lot of times we have issues with that. Men, I don't think they have issues so much in that area, but we do. But when you eat fruits and vegetables, it gets things moving because you have fiber going inside of your body. And it fills you up. You eat it, it fills you up. You are no longer hungry. You're satisfied, and it's low calorie, so you don't have all of these calories going in, and it tastes good. You also can eat more of them. You can eat a bigger portion of vegetables. If it's meat or a simple carb, you only can eat like a little bit of it. But vegetables, you can eat a big portion of it, and it's going to fill you up because of the fiber content, and it's healthy. You're getting vitamins inside of your body, and it helps protect you against cancers, diabetes, and heart disease. So the more fruits and vegetables that you take in is helping protect you against some of those things that I mentioned before, right? So it's helping protect against diabetes. It's helping protect heart disease. It's helping protect high blood pressure, protect you against those things. That means that they're either going down or they're going away, period, because you have been so steadfast, you've been so committed and so disciplined to say, I'm not taking that in, that it just went away. And look what you did, your hard work, right? Number 4, start moving, start moving. Listen, we have to exercise. We have to exercise. We cannot be just stuck on our phones, scrolling all day, looking at Netflix and chilling. We can't be doing that all day. We have to start moving, right? So find activities that you like to do, whether it's walking, swimming, running, cycling. My husband loves riding a bike in the summer. Cycling. It helps keep the weight off, and it helps get the weight to coming off. But exercise does nothing if you don't change your food. So a lot of people try to make sure they exercise. I was one of those. I always exercise. Any time you look back on my memories on Facebook or something, I'm putting a picture up of me at the gym. I always exercise. Even when I'm eating bad, I exercise. But exercise is not going to get nothing off. It's not going to do anything until you start changing the way that you eat. Exercise helps once the way that you eat has changed, is an action. Then accompany with the exercise, then you are on point. Your weight is going to start coming off to where you're not going to be obese or you're not going to be overweight. And remember that you want to take it one day at a time, because we want to see things move quickly. It did not take you just one day to put all of this weight on, or it didn't take you one day to cause these issues of high blood pressure and diabetes and heart disease and things like that. It did not happen in one day. It was over time. You was eating and eating things that did not work well with you, or you may have another addiction like smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol. All of those things are killing your body. They're killing you. So you want to make sure that you are changing your mind in the area of your body, period. I know today I'm talking about obesity and overweight. So I'm talking about the food that goes in your body. But your body, if you are a believer, your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. Your body was bought with the price of Jesus' blood. God sacrificed his son for you and I. So we got to take care of our body. So whatever you putting in it, that's not good. Like I said, I'm talking about food, but you know you. If you're constantly drinking, you drunk every day, no. That's a trick of the enemy, and you are allowing him to win. You are allowing him to destroy you. If you have multiple sex partners, no. Trick of the enemy, and you are allowing him to destroy you. No. When you connect with someone, you are connecting with whatever spirits that they have. So whatever spirits that they battling with, put your gloves on, because now you're about to have to fight too, because you have connected with someone spiritually. When you are intimate with someone, you are connecting with them on a spiritual plane. Whether you know it or not, you know it today. So the spirits that you battling with, they're going to be battling with them. And the spirits they battling with, you are going to be battling with those. It's like a transference of spirits, if that's a better way to help you understand it. So sometimes you are intimate with someone and you like, why do I feel like this? Or why I'm thinking like this? Because of the person that you just was intimate with. And now their spirits is on you. And now you're dealing with that. And you have the desires that they have, because those are the spirits that they was dealing with. So whatever it is, remember, this body don't belong to us. This is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So we need to get things in order. We need to go back to the drawing board. And sometimes you got to consecrate yourself. Just like I told you guys, I'm just coming off of, I guess I would say, 2.5 day fast. Because when I found out that I was dealing with the spirit of gluttony, I said, okay, even though I know that God delivered me, but I want to put this flesh under subjection, because I am changing my mindset. And I am not about to allow this thing to overtake me to where I'm dying prematurely, or I'm walking around disease riddled and I can't do the things that God called me to do. We all have a purpose, right? So I consecrated myself. I took Friday, Saturday, and I fasted. I put this flesh under subjection. I will not be beholden to food. Food will not be my God. I do not have to just be eating all day. Right? So sometimes we have to consecrate ourselves. But when you consecrate yourself, when you're fasting and you're praying, you got to do it with a different mindset. So many people do it with a mindset of, I'm going to fast today, but then tomorrow you going and you getting a bag of chips and you're eating, or you going to get a beer, liquor, whatever you fasted on. When you come off the fast, you go right back to the thing. Your fast is void. You did it for nothing. You might as well ate or drank or slept with who you want to sleep with, or because you did it for nothing. You cannot have the mindset of, I'm just going to be clean for these couple days and then I'm going to go back and be dirty. No. Remember, you got to change your mindset. Romans 12:2. Don't be conformed to the world, but be ye transformed. How? By renewing of your mind. By doing this, we replace old negative thinking, patterns, and when we think different, we do different. So I have held you guys long enough. Remember, I'm going to go back through the 5 steps that you can start with. Number 1, swap out the junk. Pop, chips, cookies, and cake. Swap those things out for water, fruit, and veggies, right? Swap it out. Number 2, instead of frying, swap that out for air fried, boiled, sauteed, or broiled foods. Number 3, eat more fruits and veggies. When you eat fruits and veggies, you are taking in vitamins and natural plant chemicals that we need for our body for health sources. Number 4, start moving. Start moving. Exercise. Whatever exercise you like to do, walk, run, jump, whatever it is. Also, I didn't mention this, but weight training is also very important because it builds your muscles. And once you get older, you start dealing with things like osteoarthritis and stuff like that. But doing weight training strengthens that so that you'll have less of a chance of dealing with those issues. So with your exercise, you want to incorporate weight training 2 or 3 times a week for the beginning, and you want to do cardio at least 5 to 6 times a week. 30 minutes is good, but as you continue to build, you can go even more than 30 minutes. Number 5, change your mindset. Change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, 1 through 4 is void. It means nothing because you're going to end up going right back to your old habits because you have not changed your way of thinking. But when you change your mindset, you're going to be transformed, meaning that you're going to want to drink water instead of the sugary drinks. You're going to want to try and bake and saute your food instead of putting it in all of this oil. You're going to want to eat more veggies and fruits because you know that this is what's good for you. You're going to want to start moving to incorporate some type of exercise because you know that this is going to build your body and help you be healthy because you have changed the way that you're thinking. Remember, we don't want to be one of those 300,000 people that died when they could have prevented it. The enemy is crafty and he do it in subtle ways. He's tricking us through food. We're thinking we're eating. Nothing's wrong with that. We got to eat, right? But all of the things that they are producing in America is killing people. All of this different candy. It's a different candy every day. The kids come to school with all of this candy and they hopping around, jumping, can't focus. All of this red dyes on these chips. It's like saturated with blue dye, red dye, and all of this stuff. All of these things that's going into their bodies is causing them to not be able to think. You have autism at the highest rate ever. ADHD, highest rate ever. All of these things, the enemy is crafty. And people are still shoving this in their kids' mouth every day. Even as a teacher, because I love to give my kids snacks when they are doing good, I am going to change the snacks that I give them. Because I give them chips or candy or gummy candies and stuff. I'm going to start bringing them fruit because they do like fruit. We just give them candy. But if you come in there with some grapes, I come in there with grapes for me. Can I have your grapes, Miss Peterson? So they like fruit. So why am I going to start changing myself, but I am going to bring candy and stuff for them that is just rearing them up to think that they need to eat this stuff all day? Because when you raise your children eating this stuff, when they become teenagers and where they're making their own food choices, they're going to continue to eat what you raised them up eating. So you want to make sure that if you have children, that you're not only taking these steps for you, but you're not giving them a choice. They're children. You have to raise them. We give our kids too many choices. No, baby, this is how we're about to eat now, and teach them. Teach them why. Show them videos on people with heart disease and obese and what they can become. Teach them. Let this be a teaching moment. And you guys learn together. Get in the kitchen together and try to make meals that are healthy and in new ways, right? And use it for bonding time. But don't allow your children to fall back while you're trying to improve yourself. No, you are improving your whole household. And if you are a woman, we build our households. That's what a woman does. A wise woman builds her household. So you want to be a wise woman, you want to build your household and show your whole family how to make these changes. You guys get up and take a walk together. Look, we're about to go walk around the block, or we about to all get our bikes and take a bike ride, or we're going swimming. Whatever it is, just get the kids to moving. Our kids are stuck on their cell phones all day, all day. When they go outside, they just want to sit on the porch with a cell phone. Like, what are you outside for? Take those phones away from them. Tell them, no, this is time to play. You have an hour on the phone, and that's it. After your hour, give me the phone, because you'll be surprised what these kids are doing on their phones. I know. I see it every day. So I know I'm ran off on a tangent a little bit, but these things are important because the devil is running havoc in our lives, and we can't allow him to do it anymore. Jesus has given us the authority. People say, God see all of this stuff. Why he ain't doing nothing? Why you ain't doing nothing? God did what he needs to do already. He gave you the tools already. His son died so that you wouldn't be in bondage to the enemy. But you and I are the ones that's opening the door, allowing the enemy to come in our lives and cause destruction. It is time that we stand up like the daughters and sons of God that we are, and we start taking back the things that the enemy is trying to steal. Take back your health. The enemy has stolen your health. Even if you feel like, I'm fine, I'm all right, trust me, in your body, it's going to manifest. If you have been eating all of this junk, it's going to manifest. But today, you can make those changes that you don't have to deal with wondering if it's going to manifest, because you're starting to put things in there to push that out. It's like cleaning it out. So you guys be blessed on today. I hope this video helped someone. Listen, I am on this journey. We are on this journey together. I am going to come on and tell you guys how my journey is going and what changes that I've made. I am going to start sharing some of my meals with you guys to just give you some ideas, because when you start off, it can be hard. I know, I've been there. I've been at this over 20 years and still skirting around the mountain, but I declare that it won't be another year that I'm skirting. I'm walking in this health now. So if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments, please. Any things that you want to elaborate from the video, leave it in the comments. And if you know someone that this video would help, please share it with them. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to do what God called me to do, but I need your help. I need you guys to subscribe, to like, share, and comment so that more people will see my videos, so that I can do what God has called me to do. So I'll see you guys next week. Be blessed.